So I'm going to do this tonight, this particular transfer, in honor of the 4th of July, because I was born in the USA. I know. A little cheesy, I think. Probably just a tad cheesy. Somebody's probably going to laugh at that on the replay. If you're here, let me know. I can't see through this particular app if you're here. If you're watching the replay, just pop in replay so I know somebody watched it. Anyways, so I have this idea, this stencil. It comes with these other pieces here and a star, and I did use this previously, but I'm still like, this just doesn't do it for me. So what I'm thinking tonight is, I see somebody's here, I see a thumbs up. I'm thinking about taking this painter's tape and laying down a red and a white, or maybe a red and a blue stripe, like that, and then plopping this over the top and having just, you know, a gap between them. So I'm going to give it a shot tonight. Let's see if I can actually lay the tape down in a straight line. So let's go here. I'll move my tools aside here. And I'm going to, let's go maybe right there. And put another one up here. I probably won't get these lines too precise for this, but it is painter's tape. And then we'll put one stripe there, because it's red, white, and blue. That's how everybody says it, thinks. And we're going to put this here, maybe right there. And drop this. Let's see if I can eyeball this, and it'll be about the same, right about there, for the blue strip. I know I've got weird ideas. I do that sometimes. Well, actually, I kind of do that a lot. So I'm going to use this red and this blue here, and then this particular transfer will be here, right in the middle, like that, with white. I think that will work. So let me get to laying down some paste here, and let's open up the red and see what I got here. Looks like I need to do some mixing. Oops, don't want to mix with that end of my little stir stick. I want to get one of the new stir sticks out there that's really cool. The company has put out a brand new stir stick thing instead of us having to, you know, kind of wing it with something. And it'll be a little sturdier than this thing really is. So, mixing that in until it gets to a custard like consistency. I think I got a couple lumps in there. Just trying to get those out. I probably should have mixed those in, those dry spots in a little sooner. There, it's starting to look good. So I'm mixing that up. Brush off the crusties that fell. I'll open up the blue and mix that up, because what I do is I tend to scrape the edges and the lids, and That was interesting. I plopped it out on top of me. I get that off of there because I don't want that under the white. Just call me messy. Anybody who knows me knows I'm kind of messy with this stuff and with stuff in general. Anybody who visits my house also knows that I can be a little bit messy. So I'm going to put that over here. I think I got a little bit of blue in the red, and I really don't want to do that, so I'm going to pick that out. And let me grab a paper towel over here. It's always handy to have paper towels when you're working with this type of a medium. And yeah, that's what they call this. This is actually a medium. And check this out. I told you I was messy. Look at that. I've already got it on myself. Wipe that off with a wipe. Been a long day. It really has. I had to go to Bakersfield to get my birth certificate for the job that I'm taking. So I get down there, I go to the county public health, Department of Public Health, where they should have access. And they can't get it up because they can't get into the system. So I had to go to the Hall of Records and get it there. Not that there was a long wait. It's definitely not the DMV. But yeah, I still had to drive all around in hot Bakersfield, and it was hot down there. And then I had to search for parking. That kind of sucked. Anyways, let me get this paste on here. I'm going to put this just, it's a little harder to do this when there isn't the screen from the screen printing, you know, because the stencils or the transfers actually have a mesh. And if I haven't mentioned it before, that mesh is what sets up the chalk paste. So, you know, I'm sitting here, and I know there are people who have been using this without, you know, using it with the vinyl, and it's not really a silk screen where it has the fabric mesh. So it doesn't have something to grab onto. So this is a little bit, and I tend to, for me, I tend to really push down hard. And I push it through that mesh. So this is more almost like you trying to brush it on, I guess. I've never done this type of thing with it before, so this is an experiment because, you know, I like to experiment with what I got going on here. So that's what I'm doing. I'm experimenting again. So this may or may not work. We'll see. I know people have done this before. They've used the painter's tape for a lot of, I guess they used to do it and make a plaid with it, but honestly, they have come out with a transfer for that, so people don't have to do that. But again, you know, there are limits. I personally hope at some point they come out with like just a bunch of geometric shapes that we can use, because that would be really cool to be able to have that. So I am plopping this on all over, and it's going to get messy. I know it is, because that's what happens when you play with something like this. You get a little messy, obviously, because I was already messy. So I am putting this on. Ooh. Alright, let's see. I know it's kind of a build. I think it works best if you kind of let it dry out and let it build up a little bit, and then you keep putting stuff on it. That's what seems to be working. Of course, it doesn't help if you dent it, which I've done on that side. So that's interesting. And you know, I have, it looks like, I don't know if you guys can see it here, but it kind of looks like there's brush strokes on it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Get up there. Get up there. And let's get across here. Right there. And I'm gonna call that good, because it does have to dry before I put the other stencil on, the other transfer on. So I don't want to mess with it too much and put way too much on there, because it will take forever to dry. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put the blue down here. Let's see how this works. More blue. All the way across. I know. I can still see the black through there. Come on, come on. I want this to go all the way across here. Let's see here. And up. Okay, we're getting better. That's getting a little bit chunky right there. And put some more. I wish I had, you know, I wish I had a bigger squeegee. Guess what, Des? You do. And let me grab it, because I've got it right there. And I keep messing around here. See this? This would do the job. Just dip it. Oh, chunked it. Come on. I don't want to chunk that. I don't want to chip into it. I just want it to go smooth. Like that. Okay, I'm going to call that good, because if I keep messing with it, I'm going to mess up what I do. Sometimes less is more. So that's the idea here. Less is more. And let me just close these up. That has to dry. So I'm just going to take these spatulas, these little spatula things out. I forgot what they're called. I got them on Amazon. Recommendation. Okay, from my colleagues, my friends. Let's brush that off. And close up the blue. Got closed up. And maybe wipe off the blue here, because sure as I'm sitting here, I'll get it on myself again, because that's what I do. See, it's easy to clean up. This stuff is so easy to clean up. I'm using a disinfectant wipe that I use for cleaning the transfers, but you can just use a paper towel with water. It works just fine. Okay. I'm going to use a dry paper towel just to sweep all that extra stuff off of there. And now it's gonna get loud because I'm gonna go in here with the heat gun and blow air on it to get it to dry. Uh-oh. Oh well. So I have a little red in the blue. If we're going political, I should put a little blue in the red. And then we're going to do that. I just want to get this to dry. This is going to take a little bit for it to dry, I think. It's getting drier. Alright, I'm going to shut this off. It'll take it a little bit for it to stop because I guess it stops itself. And while that's still blowing, let me pull out what I made last night. This is what I was working on last night, kind of late. I like it. The G, I probably need to go back and clean that up a little bit, maybe right there. But overall, came out kind of cute. And I like that. I'm going to have this weekend out at an event. I posted it yesterday. It's on White Lane. You'll have to look at my timeline to find it. I'm going to clean that there, but I'm going to take this with me. I will do some live demonstrations there, but probably not this elaborate because it's going to be hot this weekend. I already know that from my trip down to Bakersfield yesterday. So let's see if I can pull this off. Look at that nice clean line. Isn't that nice? It's fun. And I'll pull this other one off. So I've got one red stripe. And I'm going to pull off this and make another stripe. And this one is blue. There we go. I think those stripes are about even. I'm not sure. Maybe they aren't. Let me take the little white here and get this blue that's up here cleaned up. That right there. And there's some red. And then I'll use this. Just to wipe it off. Oh, still got some pieces of the red. I think my problem is I keep opening those jars right above it. I got a little bit of extra stuff here on the edges that will have to come off. It feels dry, so I think I should be able to go ahead and put the white paste over the stencil on it. So this stencil is going to go in here, just like this. Let's see if I can make it nice and straight. Oops, still got some. And let's go over a little. Yeah, right about there. So I'm going to take this, turn it over, peel off the backing. I have to save the backing. And I've used this a few times, so it's not real sticky, but I'm going to go ahead and fuzz it. So that means, you guys can't see, but I'm going to go smash it against my clothes, peel it up. And I might do that a couple times if it was brand new, but this is not a brand new transfer. So let's see, where was I going to lay it? I wanted it to be dead center here. I'm thinking right about there. Florida is going to get covered in blue, and California is going to have red. I'm not saying anything, but that's a little bit, well, as we all know, Florida and the people in Florida and the people in California might not quite be happy with that, but oh well. So I'm going to go ahead and plop this down and smooth it out. Most of it is going to be in here. Most of the white's going to be in there. Just there. Might have to go a little thick with the white if I want to cover it. Alright, so let me open up my white, and I'm going to open it over here, and hopefully I don't get the crusties all over my project. And go in here, stir it up, stir it up. Now, I like to scrape the sides. I think it was from, it's not like I made a lot of cookies or anything, but I just have this thing. Scrape it off the sides, scrape it off the sides. All right. It's already pretty custardy. It doesn't look like it needs to be add anything. And now for the magic. I'm gonna go ahead and take paste and just start working it down, working it down. Put some more on here. Let's get the lines off of there. Get it up all the way up there. Let's see if I can do a little bit more right there, because I want to make sure I try to cover that. And I know I'm working fast enough. This room is a little bit warm because this is doubles as my computer room, so it does get a little bit warm in here. I'll put some more here because I don't want this to come up when I pull this up. So hopefully being a little bit less stingy will keep me from pulling up what I don't want to pull up. Okay, let's try it now. So I'm going to take the corners and try and get those pulled up and then go to the middle because I don't want to stretch this. So there we go. We're so far so good. Yay! And this right here is going to go into water so that it can get all that chalk paste cleaned off of it, and then cleaned up with a oops, I'll use these little wipes to clean off the back. There we go. Clean that off. All right, what do you guys think? If you're watching this now, give me a thumbs up. If you're watching it later, give me a thumbs up. These products, I really, really like them. If you want to know more, just give me a shout. This is something that I really like, I really get behind. It's, I started this stuff because I was bored while I was doing my job search, and yes, I now have a official job. I'm filling out the paperwork and everything, and it's going to be a good job, but just like the old job, you never trust a job because they come and they go. So, I'm setting up some side stuff for myself. Okay, anyways, this is tonight's project. I hope you guys liked it. Give me a thumbs up if you appreciate it. If you got any ideas. Hi Leah, this is Chalk Couture, and it is chalk stenciling, and I just finished it. You can hit the replay. I've got a couple of other videos online here. I also have a page dedicated to this. It's called Easy Crafters, and it is really easy. You use stencils like this. They're actually transfers. They have a silk screen here, and you use chalk paste to set it up. The company also has the Couture ink, and the ink can be heat set, so it's permanent on clothing and on ceramic, glass, metal, anything that you can heat up, as well as fabric. And I don't have one of my hats here. Where did it go? I had one sitting over here, but apparently I put it somewhere where I don't remember where it went. Oh, I know. Here's something that I did before with the ink on fabric, and it is heat set. So it's a lot of fun. If you're interested, just shoot me a message and I can add you into a group and you can find out more about it. Even if you don't want to, you know, sell it or anything like that, you don't have to. But again, like I said, it's a ton of fun. All right, I am gonna shut this off because I've hit the 28-minute mark, and that's a wrap for this project. 28 minutes. But you know what? My I think my absolute shortest time was the cup. This cup took 10 minutes to do. All right, see you guys. Have a good one.